last night my favorite veteran was like, why don't you do a history of the VFW for Veterans Day? And I was like, that's not how my brain works. I can't control this thing. So poppy seeds are incredibly resilient. Poppy seeds, once they drop, can sit underground for decades before they are disrupted. And they lay in the soil, and what they need is that soil to get disrupted and sunlight to be able to reach the seeds, which is why immediately following World War I, in Flanders as well as other areas with high poppy concentration, you suddenly saw hundreds and thousands of poppies growing out of the disrupted soil, because World War I was so destructive. The ground was destroyed, huge amounts of organic matter, both in human death toll, but also in terms of all of the trees getting blown up, all of the plant matter being destroyed. The thing that came back first was the poppies. And that's why the poppy, immediately after World War I, becomes a symbol in England for Armistice Day and in the United States for the first iteration of a Veterans Day. Although quickly in the United States that becomes part of Memorial Day instead of being part of the November 11th kind of honorings. In World War I, immediately following in the United States, the language surrounding November 11th was one of cautious optimism that this was a turning point in international relations. The language of the first pronouncement reads, whereas the 11th of November 1918 marked the cessation of the most destructive, sanguinary, and far-reaching war in human annals, and the resumption by the people of the United States of peaceful relations with other nations, which we hope may never again be severed. And it's not immediate that the poppy is part of that, but VFW picks it up in 1922, and American Legion picks it up as the official flower in 1920. So it's immediately after that, both of these organizations pick up the poppy and begin using it as a symbol for kind of the consequences of that European conflict. And after World War II, Veterans Day is kind of revisited and becomes about veterans in general instead of being about veterans of that particular conflict, in part because it's clear that like the framing of that first Veterans Day didn't work, that like we did in fact revisit global conflict. The VFW was founded September 29th of 1899, for what it's worth. Sorry my brain is a freight train, and thank you for your service.